Reddit dit to do and welcome into more important issues. It is Thursday, October 31st. Happy Halloween, folks.
It's feeling spooky.
I'm not a big scary guy, so I'm not spooky season for me.
Oh, okay.
No spooky season. We're good.
Have you heard about the haunted house?
I'm just friendly.
Yeah.
Friendly Mountie.
You look nice.
Friendly Canadian.
Yeah.
You look good.
Thanks, man.
You're not fat enough to be. You should have put.
I should have beefed up a little bit. I got a smaller hoodie.
It's gain season. You got.
Yeah. Got to fatten up for the winter.
Absolutely.
Have you heard about the new haunted house in is it Somerville or Somerton?
So is it new? I've never heard of it before, but I've seen.
Apparently, it's been there for a long time.
I'm assuming you're talking about the absolutely stupid, crazy one.
Yeah, the 40-page.
Right. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's dumb.
Yeah. Apparently, they can shave your head and cut off your fingernails and stuff like that.
I feel like if I was a serial killer, I would work there.
That's where you hide. Yeah.
Yeah. Hide in plain sight.
It's like a torture chamber.
You can only get 2 killings off before you got to run away.
Yeah, then you got to find a new home.
Yeah. I don't know. Seems too easy. People signing up for it.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy what people do for $20,000.
That's how much it costs?
That's how no. That's how much the prize is if you make it through. No one's ever made it through. No one's even made it close. They said.
I'm not surprised.
Apparently, they put you under hypnosis, and so it makes you they get to know you a little bit, and it makes you feeling like it's a lot worse than it actually is.
Interesting.
Allegedly.
Would you go do it if I paid for it? How much is it? I bet it's expensive.
It's just a bag of dog food.
You just bring a bag of dog food?
Yeah.
What in the world?
It's only on Saturdays.
Would you do it?
No.
I'll buy the dog food.
I will not let anybody shave my head. No.
Not everybody gets their head shaved.
I feel like that's if it's that bad, shaving your head is not that bad, but I feel like it's going to get a lot worse, and I wouldn't even let them get to that point.
Interesting. I'm going to drag you there.
Apparently you have to watch a 2-hour movie too. 2-hour video and then go through it.
That's the dumbest thing. No, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
Before we get into this show, that's not stupid. This show isn't stupid. Whatever that is. I want to tell you guys about my friends at MyBookie. As a true football fan, you already know just as sure as the seasons change, Tom Brady will keep the Patriots in the game. Every weekend, our favorite gridiron warriors put their skills to the test, so why aren't you doing the same? We're almost halfway through the NFL season, so now is the time to get off the sidelines and get in the game with MyBookie. MyBookie is the premier place to bet on all your favorite pro and college football action every weekend. They always have the most up-to-date lines and the most prop bets of any sports book on the planet. So if you're going to bet this season, do the smart thing and bet with the best at MyBookie. If you're the kind of guy who likes to bet a little to win a lot, try a parlay. Pick your locks for the week, put them together in a parlay, and when they all come through, the reward will pay huge. Huge. Tired of watching the games from the couch with nothing to gain? MyBookie wants to get your mind off everything else and back on the game. Best part is, if you join right now, MyBookie will double, you heard me right, double your first deposit. It's only if you use the promo code CHAIR. Make sure you use that promo code CHAIR. Visit mybookie.ag today. You play, you win, you get paid. Go get paid. Go do it. Tell us, is anybody going trick-or-treating? Anybody taking kids trick-or-treating tonight? Are you using this live show? You got an earbud in to get through the trick-or-treating. That's kind of what I hope. Are we a relief? Because sometimes trick-or-treating can be a little much.
Hey, if I'm a stress, we're like a drug, stress reliever, right?
Yeah, we're a depressant.
Yeah,
but we can also be in whatever the opposite is.
And antidepressant?
No. Like cocaine. We're like cocaine, but also like marijuana.
Oh, okay. So we're like a.
The FDA would not approve us.
No, definitely not. Yeah, you got to be one or the other. You can't be both.
Absolutely. Guys, we're ready to talk about the UAB game. Also fun. Basketball is kind of back. It's just preseason game, exhibition game. Why do they call it exhibition instead of preseason? What's the difference?
I don't know. It's back.
Neither of them count towards your win-loss total.
No, I don't know.
We're also going to talk about student athletes now have the ability to get paid. We'll talk about that a little bit, our thoughts on it. We talk about this week in college football. We look back at the NFL and some power rankings. And we've got some segments for you. JumboTron and stupidity is an epidemic. Let's talk about the UAB game.
Yeah, I mean, first, I think I think Jeremy Pruitt said it best. It's a great opportunity, and he's kind of put it in his players' minds that it's not going to be like Georgia State, and we're going to let them sneak up on us. So I feel like Georgia State game was awful.
Right.
But it's also, going into this game, it's kind of a relief because I don't think Tennessee is going to take them lightly.
There's no way you overlook them. If you overlook them, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
I mean, UAB is not the most, they're not the most impressive team when you look. Oh my gosh, this is. When you look at their body of work, they've lost one game, so that's impressive. But you also got to look at the flip side of that. Their opponents are 13-41. Of the teams they've lost to, of the teams they've beaten, those teams have only beaten 2 FBS opponents.
Oh, wow.
Of that 13.
Yeah, I saw that you put that on Twitter. That was good research, man.
13-41, their opponents are. That's including their opponent who's beaten them, Western Kentucky, who's only lost one game. So they're 5-1, 6-1, whatever they are. That counts towards that 13-win total.
And if you lose to Tyson Helton,
You're in trouble.
You're not going to walk in here and beat Tennessee. I'll tell you that right now.
That shouldn't.
Not going to happen. It shouldn't. It's not going to happen.
Good quarterback play. Tyler Johnston, he's thrown for 1,700 yards, 15 TDs. The 10 interception mark obviously isn't great. 4 of those came in their loss to Western Kentucky. That must have been an ugly game. Western Kentucky, I put it on the tweet. I didn't write it down. I don't remember. They only had like 30 yards rushing and 180 yards passing, and they won.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was an ugly affair that finished 2013. Not a great game. Another thing of note, Spencer Brown is their starting running back. He injured himself a couple weeks ago. Don't know if he'll be back for this game or not. I couldn't find anywhere that said he'd be back, but I'm not also prepared to say that he's out. He's their leading rusher, but he's only rushed for 262 yards. Now, that was through like 4 or 5 games, not 7, 8. That was like 4 or 5 games. 3 TDs. And then their rusher their leading rusher against Old Dominion, which was their last opponent, had 116 yards and a TD. He's listed as a wide receiver on their roster. So they've got a couple other running backs that produce for him, but he was the one that produced against Old Dominion. So I don't expect UAB to be a great opponent. I feel like we're 12-point favorites. I think someone has us as low as 10-point favorites. I think you hammer Tennessee to cover.
Yeah, I think you go into this game and kind of build on what you've built in the last couple weeks, and that's relying on big plays from your offense and kind of a nasty defense.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd ever say Tennessee's defense is nasty, but when you shut out a pretty good SEC opponent in the second half, that's a pretty nasty defense.
Yeah, an SEC opponent who a lot of people saw up on the upward trend. They had that win over Georgia. Mm-hmm. Then you look at the Florida game. Everyone's kind of saying something similar to our Alabama game. Like a couple calls their way, they're in it. They might win it.
Yep.
So everyone saw them trending upwards, and like you said, shut out a good SEC opponent. This defense is. You're still looking for some big plays in terms of interceptions. Don't think we had any against South Carolina. I'm trying to remember any fumbles.
I don't think we had. I don't think we had any
turnovers.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But you look at that, your special teams the block punt TD was the defense on the field. We were in punt safe. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much your defense. And you're, like I said, I count special teams toward defense. So if you have your special teams making plays like that, it's not critical.
Yeah.
That your defense has turnovers, but it's still big. Especially our offense has shown they can't hang on to the ball yet. Look better against South Carolina. I don't think we had any turnovers, did we?
No.
So you look at that. Hopefully that's a trend, but you can't count on that to be the case, just because it hasn't been this year. So I think this defense is ready to take the next step. I hope we can start creating turnovers and maybe turning those into points too. That'd be big going into the final couple weeks of SEC play.
Yeah, I think UAB leads their conference in giveaways. So that could help with opportunities, and that gets your offense more than likely in good field position to make plays like that.
I want to look at the flip side of that because I said UAB isn't a great team, and I still believe that when I say this. Their defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
They've gotten
allegedly.
Now we know who they played. They have only been able to get 2 interceptions on the season as a team. Mm-hmm. That's it. They do have 11 forced fumbles, and then this is a stat that really stands out to me: the 26 sacks. It's a lot of times getting back to the quarterback. Thankfully, we counter that with what's been a better offensive line.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll just get dominated there. I'm gonna imagine without watching a down of UAB football. I haven't watched anything, just looking at stats. Their 2 leading players that have sacks, the most sacks on the team, both linebackers. So they're probably doing a really good job of moving guys and getting them in the right position to get into the backfield. So it's not just going to be like big on big who's, it's probably going to be, you're probably going to see some looks that you may not be familiar with, or some looks that they've been successful with this year that you're going to have to counter with good offensive play and making sure at the line of scrimmage we're identifying and getting to our guys. And I haven't noticed times where we're just getting absolutely demolished by teams with making with good stunts or moving linebackers, and I haven't noticed it.
Yeah,
so it's not been alarming yet.
No, I feel like everybody we played, we've done a good job of keeping the quarterback. I don't want to say healthy because most of our quarterbacks have been knocked out of every game, but it seems like they're not on their back as much.
Right. Well, I mean, you look at the plays that they have taken injuries. Let's look at Jared Garantano's first. His wrist. I mean, that play was the offensive line held their blocks as long as they could.
Yeah.
Nobody missed a block. He got it out when he had to. It was just an unfortunate play. Mm-hmm. Look at Brian Maurer's concussion against Mississippi State. Got to get down. That has nothing to do with the offensive line.
Right.
Got to get down. His concussion in the Alabama game is roughing the passer and maybe targeting. If you look at, did he hit him in the head to neck area? I think so. So all three of those, or two of those were avoidable completely. Mm-hmm. And then, Garantano's is unlucky and he made a good play.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about quarterback. I feel like Brian Maurer, you chose him when everybody was healthy. You chose him as your starter. I think if he's 100%, he's the starter.
You think he's 100%?
I don't know that.
But, so today there's a report that Stroud was getting, it was probably 50-40 in first-team snaps. So let's let you hear that. Do you think he's healthy, 100% healthy?
No problem.
That's what I'm thinking, because I'm with you. He's your starter. No one's beat him out. Mm-hmm. Garantano didn't beat him out with one good half of football. That didn't happen. I think he's your starter. And, Stroud did a good job, too. Like I said, I was impressed with Stroud, but Maurer's still my starting quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. And if, you have to get both of those guys ready to play. I don't think JG plays. It looks like he was kind of favoring that hand when he was trying to hand the ball off, so it wasn't really getting the snap or getting the ball off. It was, basic handoff.
Right.
And with us trying to pound the football, that's going to be difficult for him. So I think they do get all three quarterbacks ready. All four quarterbacks, probably.
Uh-oh. The dog.
But I think JG is more, if Brian Maurer can't stay healthy, JT's not playing well, then they will maybe put in JG.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, JG plays.
I'm just even with JG, you don't play him this week, right? You put Juwan in before you play JG.
That's what I think. I think he...
Not a knock on his play either. I'm just from a health standpoint.
Yeah, I think he probably dresses out, but I would highly doubt you see JG.
Yeah, Maurer even dressed out last week. Did we talk about that?
Dude.
How weird is that?
Yeah, I think that's Pruitt's kind of new thing. You're going to dress out. You're not... I don't know if that's not, it's maybe giving your team an advantage so the other team doesn't, has to game plan for you a little more. I don't know.
I'm sure.
But, he does that in practice, too. Even if you're hurt, he makes you dress out.
We know the practice thing. We know the philosophy behind that. You're going to hate sitting out of practice more than practicing. That's the thought process behind that. Games are weird. I understand, to an extent, I understand Maurer's dressing out because, it's not, if you have a broken leg, obviously, you're not going to dress out. That's different. But, yeah, Maurer's, I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
Yeah.
But maybe, was he...
Dude, I love his...
that's my question. Could Maurer have technically played on Saturday? Was he if shit hits the fan option?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. He had his helmet and everything with him.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were... From the looks of it, he was ready to play. If you're just looking at it with not much knowledge around the situation, you would think he's ready to play.
Dude, I love his passion, man. He just... no matter who threw the touchdown, no matter who scored, he was going to cheer with them.
That's one thing I meant to say on Sunday is he's a leader. He's mature. When Stroud came off the field the first time, as far as after the first drive, he's the first one there to pick his head up and get him going. And then you mentioned every touchdown pass. He's the first guy they greet.
Yeah.
Coming to the sidelines. And Garantano, comes out on a 3-and-out or whatever it was, and he's the first guy there to pick his head up.
Yeah.
And so, he's a natural leader. Those are guys you look to.
Yeah, and somebody said this. Does Tennessee have the best quarterback room in the SEC?
as a full room, they might. We thought we didn't have a single one.
Yeah, exactly. Starting the season, you're like, crap, dude, we suck at quarterback.
Yeah.
But
South Carolina, I'm just going to jump around the SEC. We know it's not Kentucky. They got a wide receiver playing right now. Which, I mean, if you include our wide receivers, it makes our quarterback room even better. You look at South Carolina, that you got to assume they've got a pretty good one. Their third-string quarterback technically won it for them at Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Florida, you got to assume Florida's is pretty good.
Yeah.
Vandy, no. Georgia, who's behind Fromm? I don't think anyone knows. I don't even know if the guy behind Fromm knows he's the guy behind Fromm.
Exactly. That's true. I don't.
Alabama's obviously is good.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Mac Jones has been able to... We'll find out in 2 weeks if he can hold it down. I don't think Tua plays. I'll be surprised. Makes it a game. I should say that. Makes it a whole game.
Dude, Tua's little brother looks good, too. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised they haven't just burned that red shirt. What's a big deal? LSU, I don't know who's behind LSU. Joe Burrow's obviously good.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, from the looks at it, it looks like we have an argument.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Which is crazy to think about because we didn't think either Maurer or JT Shrout was going to give us really anything this year.
Right.
It was all put on the shoulders of JG, and now here we are, and we're on the cusp of going to a bowl game.
Right. I'm curious what kind of playing time JT Shrout will get this week.
I mean, I think you plan on, like...
I'm just curious because, like, I don't, I wonder if we win that game with him in the whole time.
I don't know.
Obviously, he performed great at the end. I mean, really good.
Yeah.
But he was not comfortable in the first drive, I guess.
Got to get the jitters out.
I guess. JG did a good job when he came down and was able to kind of calm the whole offense down. So.
Yeah, I mean, I like where our offense is at right now. I think we do a good job of making adjustments at halftime on both sides of the football. And just making plays. You know, we talk about this every game, just getting the ball to your playmakers. And right now it's Juwan Jennings. And for him to be the playmaker he is and also the leader on the sidelines and off the field he is, that gets your team from a, bottom tier of the SEC to fighting for probably third in the East, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we were at the very bottom. They were putting us behind Arkansas.
Yeah.
And now the power rankings come out, and we're like 7th.
I was going to say, we probably moved up too far at this point. They might be buying too much into the hype.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean...
But I think you'll see Juwan Jennings a little bit as well, just to see if you can kind of catch UAB sleeping.
Yeah. While we're talking about where we finished in the SEC real quick, let's take the BYU and the Georgia State game out of it. Act like you don't know what happened in those games yet. And I'll tell you, our only 3 SEC losses are Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. How pleased are you?
I'm taking that.
Every day of the week.
I'll
tell you we lost to Georgia State and BYU, and you're like, what the?
Yeah. I mean, like, you think about that, like, you have a possibility of going 9-3.
Yeah. If you don't lose to Georgia State and BYU.
Yeah. 9-3.
That's insane.
Because, I mean, people were saying, yeah, we can go 9-3. And everybody's like, oh, you're crazy.
I guess we could have.
Yeah, and you're looking back, you're like, that was very possible.
Right.
So, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd rather play better at the end of the season than the beginning, but...
They remember what you do in November.
Exactly.
If we go 4-0, or I guess we could only go 3-0 in November. Do we have 4 games?
November 9th is Kentucky.
Yeah, but we've got that 18th off. But does it fall? Are there 5 Saturdays in November?
Yes, so November 30th is Vanderbilt.
So there are 4 games. Okay, so we can go 4-0. I'll be very, very happy if we go 4-0. I mean, everybody should be. It shouldn't be like me alone. Like, everybody should be very happy if we go 4-0 in November. So I'll be very pleased. We're going to Kentucky. We're trying to figure out what's going to be cold as hell, so I don't think we're going to tailgate. I think that'd just be stupid. We're going to freeze in the game. Might as well not freeze before the game.
Yeah.
Probably find a bar or something to go to pregame that one. But, yeah, we're going to be at Kentucky. Hoping we can win that one. The last time with Kentucky, the place was cleared out before the end of the third quarter, which is awesome because we were dominating. That was 15. We were dominating.
Love that.
Yeah. You got anything else for football you want to talk about?
I mean, I think this is huge for our defense. I think it's huge for our DBs, our linebackers, and coverage. Because I think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna be able to run the football.
Right.
Because South Carolina didn't. Mississippi State, who had one of the best rushers in SEC, couldn't run against us.
No.
Najee Harris did to a certain extent, but he had to earn them yards.
Yeah, but he's a different animal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, these UAB guys, you don't have a single UAB guy over 300 yards this season yet.
Yeah, and so you have, I think, one who has 500 and one who has 600.
Our running backs?
No. I'm talking about their receivers.
Receivers. I just saw one with 600. I could be totally wrong. Don't hold me to that. There may be another one with 500. There's got to be with somebody throwing for 1,700 yards.
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody else.
But 10 interceptions. So, I mean, our DBs were playing well against South Carolina. I expect them to have a good game. And also, Kevon Bennett. You know, I don't know if Darrell Taylor is going to get to play or not. He has some kind of contraption on his knee from that contusion he had. So I don't know if he plays, but I think you get a big game from Kevon Bennett and DeAndre Johnson.
Yeah. You need big games. And then you get Darrell Middleton, back for the game. That's big. Because he's obviously making plays.
Yep.
So
he's just 6'7".
Yeah. He's making plays with helmets. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Before we're going to talk about basketball. Basketball's back. Before we do that, Landon's going to tell you about our good friends at Commercial Bank.
Absolutely. I was not prepared for that.
Sorry, I just threw Landon that curveball.
You're good. I got it.
Yeah.
So Commercial Bank, guys, go check them out. They are your neighborhood bank. They're a leading financial institution with the services, capabilities, and resources of regional and national banks. Whether it's purchasing a home, saving for your child's future, or planning your next vacation, Commercial Bank is with you every step of the way to navigate life's big decisions. Life made better. Visit cbtn.com to learn more and find a branch near you. Guys, go check them out. Great people. Love working with them. So, yeah, just go check them out.
Yeah, go check out Commercial Bank. We appreciate, like Landon said, we love partnering with Commercial Bank. And you can see all of our sponsors, wrong way, on the right side here. All of our other sponsors, and then obviously Commercial Bank, that is
somewhere up
sponsor.
There. Yep.
Yeah. We appreciate them. We'll be telling you about, we've already told you about MyBookie. We'll be telling you about the rest here soon.
Is anybody asking about our costumes?
I don't think anyone's said anything about our stooms yet, man.
Okay.
I know. I'm curious what everybody else is wearing. You'll have to tweet me the picture. This is a new. We haven't never done this. We're gonna have to record every Halloween.
Every Halloween,
it is, and do a costume.
We got a couple live viewers coming.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two. We got more than that. One or two
in the live viewership. Yeah, like 7.
Hey, that's fine. We'll take that.
Who knows what they're wearing?
Because he's a Mountie, obvious.
If you don't know what a Mountie is, look it up and look up the Canadian national. First off, the Canadian national anthem is electric. Look it up. Not as good as the United States national anthem, obviously, but electric.
And I'm obviously Damien from Mean Girls. You know, she doesn't even go here. She doesn't even go here. Is that better?
That was pretty good.
Nice.
That was pretty good.
Thanks.
Tennessee basketball's back. We went to Thompson-Boling Arena. Very strange. From the get-go, I thought it was going to be freaking 10, 15,000 people in there because getting in was a hassle.
Yeah.
So I guess everybody just decided to arrive at the same time as myself, which is fine. I'm not hating it, but
I hate it.
Yeah, I thought there'd be way more people there, judging by the amount of people going through the door.
That's what I thought. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like I thought we were going to get a packed full Tommy Bowl.
No, like what, 7,000, 8,000 people maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
If that. Something around there. It was still pretty, at times the crowd got pretty loud because we played them close for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, that point guard
for
them he hit his first 3 shots from NBA range.
Yeah, he was standing in the coach's box.
Yeah.
Jacking up threes. Yeah, and then we could not hang on to the ball in the first 5 minutes. We did get into the groove, though. I do want to mention our starting 5 as of last night was Lamonte Turner, Jordan Bowden, John Fulkerson, Jalen Johnson, and Yves Pons. That is a small lineup.
Very small. We are very guard heavy.
Pretty lengthy, though.
Yeah.
Lamonte Turner's decent. For his size, pretty lengthy. Fulkerson, Johnson, and Pons are pretty lengthy. I might even put Bowden in the lengthy category.
And we're athletic.
Yeah, we're very athletic. That's one of the things I think I said on to someone on a post last night, whether on Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, I don't remember. Said we're very athletic. Hopefully that athleticism can turn into good basketball. But
that's the key.
We're very, very athletic. When you put in guys like Josiah James into that mix, I was pretty impressed with Zach Kent overall. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know how much he can help us in SEC play yet. I don't know, but he moved pretty well. He defended decently, and he hit the boards pretty hard.
Yeah, he has a nice little turnaround jump shot.
He does.
Too. Yeah.
I was pretty pleased with him in the little we got to see him. But I mean, when you score 107 points, how much can you complain? No matter who you play.
Yeah, I mean,
it shot 50% from field goal range. That 30.8%, it's not a great one, but there were a couple threes that maybe got jacked up from our young guys that don't get to see much playing time.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're young. I mean, our starters, I guess, are veterans, but we had 4 true freshmen coming off the bench pretty early, and all played significant minutes last night. Yeah, it was against Eastern New Mexico, but I feel like Barnes did a good job of kind of getting everybody in there to see what he had.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, we're very guard heavy, and it's obvious Lamonte Turner and Jordan Bowden are the backbones of this team.
Yeah.
Kind of like Schofield and Grant were last year.
I think even more so. They're not just the backbone. They're the guys that have to step up. They're going to be the leading scorers each night. I even mentioned we're going to need some Josiah James Jordan played well. Josiah Jordan James played well. He filled the stat sheet, but we're going to need more points from him.
Yeah.
Turner and Bowden are going to be our leading point scorers every single night. If they're not, you probably don't win. But we're also going to need some more in the scoring category from James.
Mm-hmm. And I thought he struggled a little bit, especially at first.
Mm-hmm.
You said hanging on to the basketball. And I just feel like that's a lot. Him coming back from injury, hasn't really practiced in like 3 or 4 weeks. So him just kind of getting back on the court, getting out with those guys, the chemistry was off a little bit.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
But
and you saw sparks of the chemistry too.
You see the talent is there,
right?
For sure, and I think he's going to be the starter probably.
Yeah. I mean, he registered just about every stat on the stat sheet last night.
Yep.
Like I said, that's impressive. But we're gonna need more points from him.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee did a good job of filling a lot of stat sheets. 24 assists. Now that is to 18 turnovers, which isn't great, but 24 assists is nice. 11 blocks and 6 steals. 11 blocks. It's pretty solid for a team that you consider not very tall. Which I'm sure Eastern New Mexico isn't great, but
no.
Isn't tall. Sorry, but still, 11 blocks is pretty high for a team that you do not consider.
And Pons is sitting at 6'6", and how many blocks did he have? Like 3 or 4?
Did not look at his stats, so I'm not sure specifically.
So I think Pons is great defensively.
Yeah.
And the athleticism is there, like we talked about. But he's going to have to be some sort of factor on offense.
He's got to be a scoring threat. He's got to be.
Yeah,
he doesn't open it up for anybody else.
If he's not, they're just going to let him sit in the corner and
not do anything.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, I am curious to see we match up with UNC Asheville, I believe, next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Curious to see that matchup a little bit tougher opponent than Eastern New Mexico. So you kind of get eased into it, which is nice, but should give you a little bit more of a look at least. I haven't looked at Asheville's lineup yet. I'd like to play a team with size that isn't necessarily better than us because I think that would give us a good gauge without maybe getting dominated.
Is Fulkerson he looked good.
He looked pretty good. I think he thrives on those little teams. Like, a guy who probably should be dominating at like Tennessee Tech, but decided to go to Tennessee and compete. You respect him, but he could be dominating at Tennessee Tech. He wore I think it was Tech last year that he wore out, and I was like, turns out that man just was meant to play in the Ohio Valley Conference.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be the guy where if we're off shooting, he's going to have to step up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And make some shots. I think he's another one that's good defensively, but he's also going to have to do it on the boards.
Yeah.
He had a double-double. Yeah, he did. I thought he played well. He runs the floor well, but I still feel like we're a lot smaller than I want to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that leads to my next point. Uros, baby.
Need him.
Where's he at?
For # free Uros. We need him.
Yeah. It's going to give us a lot.
It's going to give us a lot more. I don't even know if he starts for this team, but he's going to give us a lot more on the boards.
And
we need it. At one point, they were out-rebounding us.
Olivier Kumois, I think he's going to be...
Played well. I told you I was very pleased.
He just looks like a good basketball player.
He does.
Same with Josiah James. But he just looks like a solid-built guy that can develop at Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's a Rick Barnes guy right there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm excited.
I'm very excited for this basketball season.
I don't think we're going to be... I think anybody can agree we're not going to be as good as we were last year.
I don't think we'll be close to as good as last year.
No.
I mean, that's the team that held the number one ranking for 4 weeks?
Yeah.
A month we were at number one.
And it's a lot different
schedule.
Like you don't have those guys just to dominate the paint, so you're going to have to hit threes.
Yeah.
We're going to have to pull a Auburn from last year. We're just going to have to chunk up threes, and we'll take it 2 on the other end and match it with a 3 on our end. So I don't know. It's going to be fun to see. I think Bowden and Turner are very capable. I think they're going to have like 40 points between the two of them for us to win games.
Oh yeah, I mean just about. I would agree with that. Curious to see our bench play last year. We didn't have to rely on it much. What happens this year with that bench play? Can they score points off the bench? It's gonna be necessary.
I don't know. I mean, Jalen Johnson's gonna have to be a better scoring threat.
Absolutely, he is. We've heard a lot about him. Haven't seen much of him yet though.
No,
I haven't seen much of him. We're gonna talk more about student athletes. NCAA passed. I don't know. I don't know if what they said has much substance. I need to do some more looking into it. Saw some stuff about it today. I'm just not sure what they did entails. We'll talk about that. First, I want to tell you guys about our new friends at 865 Axe Throwing. It's a one-of-a-kind experience. It's perfect for date night, birthdays, anniversaries, friends night out, wedding parties, corporate team building events. 865 Axe Throwing, where locals hang out. They're the first axe throwing range in Knox County and the only outdoor range in the area. They've got friendly and knowledgeable axe coaches that can teach anyone how to throw confidently and safely. They're going to teach Landon how to throw an axe.
Oh, yeah.
And I can tell you right now, Landon can't throw an axe.
I can throw an axe. I don't know.
They're going to make
accurately, probably not. But
they're going to make Landon a pro by the end of this. So
I like it.
Because he's going to need some help. But once you stick that first axe, you'll be hooked. It's a lot of fun. It's like one of those things. You may not do it every day. It's like bowling, maybe. But man, I love it. It's like one of the, you got to go.
It's hooked. Like anytime you're like, I need something to do, I'm gonna go throw an axe.
Exactly. It's located only 15 minutes from downtown. The atmosphere can't be beat. Throw axes, play cornhole, tabletop checkers, mega Jenga, or just hang out by the fire. They're a family friendly farm. Fun. It's great. It's at the Beyblade farm. Check it out online. 865 Axe Throwing. Or sorry, they don't have an online yet, right?
Yeah. Check them out on Facebook.
Website's coming soon. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. They'll have a website up soon. Check them out. Go visit 865 Axe Throwing. Also, if you use the code More Important Issues at checkout, that's checkout.
Check in. Yeah.
Sorry, not check. You're checking in, not checking out. Use the code More Important Issues. It's $5 off, right?
Yes.
$5 off. So go check them out. Appreciate them being a friend of the pod. We love
friend of the pod. We're gonna have to go visit them and test this axe throwing. I've never done it before. I've heard it's really fun though. It's like the new trend across America is axe throwing.
It's like
that's the new thing.
It's like frisbee golf. It's like froth. Everybody's into it at least a little bit.
Yeah.
You go check out 865 Axe Throwing. It's time of year too to go to the go do things like this, like
fall festivities.
Fall festivities. That's what I'm looking for. Fall festivities. So payday for student athletes. You think it's good or bad? Neutral.
If we're just looking at it as a whole, I mean, I think it's
great, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really up to me. I mean, like if you have the ability to go to a big time program where it's so profitable, like Tennessee, you should get a little bit of that cut.
Yeah, and they won't be getting any of that cut. Turns
Right.
out. But I know what you mean. I mean,
they should be able to get paid for their likeness.
For your likeness, yeah. I mean, they're not even at this point, not even really get paid for football.
No.
Which, I mean, it's insane to me that if someone came up and was like, "Hey, can I pay you $10 to sign this?" You would have to say no. I don't know what the rule. See, I imagine the rule will stay intact, but I mean, I think if you're out at dinner and someone's like, "Hey, I want to pick up your dinner," I think you should be allowed to be like, "Okay, thank you." Like that's just someone being nice. Whether it's because you're good at football, a good person, good looking.
Yeah.
Maybe you're an asshole and they're like, I'm going to kill them with kindness. Regardless, like, if someone wants to pay for your dinner, they should pay for your dinner. Like, that's an absurd rule to me. I understand how it can be abused. They're going to abuse it regardless. Like, people who are going to abuse it are going to abuse it in some way or form or the other. So, just find a way to make it legal. Maybe this is the first step. I don't know. I need to read about it. A lot of people they kind of said it's legal, but haven't said how it's legal yet. I'm curious how it'll work. I've always been a fan of the Olympic model. I don't know. I understand that there's money there to pay players, but when you're going to pay players, the scholarships are probably going to go away. You're not going to have 80 to 120-man rosters, you're going to have 66-man rosters, 53-man rosters.
Mm-hmm.
And that sucks to take that away from, 40, 90 other kids that could be playing that sport. So I'm curious, I hope they don't get to the point where schools are directly paying players, because it's going to be a complete overhaul of the NCAA system. And I'm not saying don't pay players. They should pay for their likeness. I'm all for the stipend they get. The stipend could probably be more. But and I think when you're paying a stipend, you're keeping the amateurism there. Like,
yeah,
you're not paying them millions of dollars. But yeah, once you start getting these guys who, let's say you're like, oh, we're gonna pay every athlete on the team $100,000. Well, at some point that quarterback to a Tagovailoa who's like, you're not gonna win a national championship without me. You better pay me $1 million, or I'm gonna, I'm not gonna play for you. And you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna find a way to pay him $1 million. It's gonna slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, I think it could be dangerous. They're going to have to do some – there's going to be some strict guidelines on that, I'm sure.
Well, I think with the Olympic model, it's probably going to be a free market. Yeah, they'll have to have some guidelines, but it won't be as strict as if the schools were paying it, I don't think.
Right.
Because the transfer rules are still going to be in place.
Yeah, I just –
like if Maurer wanted to go home to Florida because there's some car dealership willing to pay him $100,000, then – he'd have to sit out a year unless his mom got sick or something like that. He'd still have to sit out a year.
I mean, I think it's great because, these athletes basically put their life on the line every day to earn. I mean, maybe not.
Not their life, but
yeah, but
they work.
But it's a dangerous game. Football, especially. I mean, basketball, baseball. Injuries happen. So why not be able to get paid when you might not make it to the NFL? There's such a small percentage to make it professionally. They can make a little bit of money while they're in school to get their degree.
Right. No one's going to make NFL, NBA type money being a college athlete in a college town. That's never going to happen.
And playing a college sport is a job.
Yeah.
So you should get paid for that job.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, they get free school, and I'm like, not everybody gets free school.
No.
Yeah, your big time programs, they probably get full rides, but probably only maybe basketball and football. I would say baseball, they don't get full rides. No. Yeah, no. So you're giving these guys an opportunity to make a little bit of money while they're in school. They put so much time into it anyway. I don't see what the big deal is.
Again, I get why you can't pay players in certain gray areas. But like I said, it's absurd to me that Johnny Manziel couldn't sign autographs for money. That kind of thing is absurd to me.
Yeah.
Like, I totally understand certain degrees of that, but not paying for autographs, not, paying someone to come and be like, yeah, go eat at Subway. It's great. Don't get that. Why shouldn't they be allowed to do that?
Yeah. these kids can be spoke people now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I haven't read the rule. I don't know.
I haven't either, but I would assume they would let them maybe do ad reads, maybe go to some sports memorabilia place and sign autographs for a certain amount of money.
You would think, but I don't know yet. Like I said, I need to read the rule because I guess I didn't understand what it was all about until someone tweeted about it.
I'm all for NCAA football games. Whatever the steps in to bring that back, I'm all for it.
We desperately need NCAA football games.
Yep.
This is definitely the first step. I don't even know how do players make money off Madden? Like, I don't know how that works. Like, do they make any amount of money?
I think they make a little bit. They have to, right?
Yeah, but I don't, how much money, I guess, is my question.
I don't know.
Because,
couldn't tell you that.
I don't know. I wonder see how many copies of Madden have been sold. While I'm doing that, let's look at college football. Not a big, there's a couple good games, but not a big week in college football. I only wrote down 7 or 8 games. How many you got? You got any you want to talk about? My first one is West Virginia. I believe it's at Baylor. Number 12 Baylor. Can you believe they're ranked number 12? I haven't keeping up with them, but that's insane.
Yeah, that's a complete turnaround. It helps that the Big 12 is terrible.
Right.
But, yeah, props to them.
Right. Absolutely.
Being able to rebuild that program that fast. Wish we could have done it.
Right.
Things happen. Yeah, there's not I mean, Georgia, Florida, that's going to be pretty much the one, which is stupid. I hate that they play in Jacksonville every year. That is stupid. So dumb. I think somebody had the tweet where we have to go to Georgia, Florida, and Alabama in
it's ridiculous.
In 24 months. We have to go there at least each of those places at least once.
Think about all the teams that have to do something similar to that. LSU has to do Auburn, Alabama, Florida. At some, Alabama, Auburn, Florida. All those teams. I mean, they're just like us, I guess.
Yeah, but Florida doesn't have to.
Nope.
They play LSU, and that's it. Georgia.
That's insane.
Auburn. And that's it. So, yeah, I just don't. It gives them such an advantage to be able to play in a neutral site game. They don't even have to play a true away game against a rival, pretty much. I think that sucks for the fans, too. Like, you never get to see.
Why would you not want to go to a mainstay rivalry game? I like the idea someone threw out of them playing every other year every other 2 years at Jacksonville. So you go Georgia, Florida, Jacksonville, Georgia, Florida, Jacksonville, Georgia.
Oh yeah, I mean that
because then you get the mix of the rivalry while also going to the stadiums.
Yeah, I think in Jacksonville, like, what is the big thing with Jacksonville? Like, why is that I just don't understand.
Yeah,
the biggest cocktail party that makes no sense.
They've been doing it there forever, so they're not gonna stop.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of Georgia and Florida fans, I don't think of them getting a cocktail.
I don't know what it's all about. I have no idea. It has to do. Hold on. What?
I don't know. I don't even like. It's dumb that they play in a neutral site game. Neutral site games suck, and I love that Philip Fulmer is getting rid of neutral site games. We're doing home and homes, baby.
Yeah, that's how it should be. That's how college football should be.
Yep.
I wrote down the Georgia Southern number 20 App State game. A lot of people are talking about it. I think it has some conference implications. I believe those low level games getting good. That's on a Friday, maybe Thursday or Friday game. Interested to see the Kansas State game. Kansas State obviously coming off that big win at Oklahoma, against Oklahoma. It was a home game. But yeah, curious. Utah at Washington, number 9 Utah, top 10. That's insane.
I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. How it's just like 4 or 5 teams, and then everybody else behind it is just like, they're all right.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like that's what Utah does not impress me whatsoever.
No, not much at all. Another game that I'll be watching: Ole Miss at Auburn. Auburn's got to stay the course where they're at.
Auburn's good. I think Auburn runs away.
They don't impress me like watching them. But I'm surprised.
Their defense is good. Their defense is what's carrying them right now.
Right. Game day, going to Memphis. Did we talk about this on Monday? I can't remember. We did.
I think briefly, yeah.
We did a little bit. What do you
going
think
to a Liberty Bowl.
Going to Liberty Bowl. Is Tennessee going to Liberty Bowl?
I'm not.
You not going to Memphis?
No.
901 Shelby Drive?
Not a fan of Memphis.
You've never been to Memphis.
I have.
You've driven through Memphis.
I ate at Memphis. I went to Leonard's Barbecue. You ever been there?
Barbecue and foot massage.
No, Leonard's. It was disgusting. Never eat there.
Maybe y'all just chose a bad barbecue place.
Oh, 100% it was bad. It was terrible.
But there's a lot of good barbecue in Memphis, so
Well, that was not one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say it was. Vandy at South Carolina. This one intrigues me. I think it tells us a lot where the Vols are at. Because we've seen them. Obviously, what you did at South Carolina.
Where Vandy's at.
Well, it tells you a lot about what Tennessee. Obviously, you played good against South Carolina. That's not going to take away from that at all. But if South Carolina goes out there and just absolutely destroys Vandy, I think it tells you a lot about where Tennessee's at as a team.
Yeah.
So if Vandy destroys USC, I don't know about it. Don't know where we're at. Number 7, Oregon. Does that just astound you that Oregon's number 7?
Yeah.
Astounding.
And they're a 4.5-point favorite. That's it.
Yeah, we're South Carolina.
USC.
The other USC.
Yeah, their only loss is to Auburn.
That's insane, man. Insane.
But Washington, they beat by 4. Washington State, they beat by 2. Cal by 10. I mean, they aren't just rolling over people.
No, they never will be.
Dude, you know who I think the best team in the country is?
Who dat?
I think it might be Ohio State.
I think LSU or Alabama are better than Ohio State.
I don't know. Ohio State's defense is nasty.
Uh,
Chase Young is incredible.
Don't care.
You're not a big fan of Ohio State. I know.
I mean, LSU.
I'm not either, but
I think LSU has the best resume so far.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
And
but I think
shown more than LSU.
I think the most talented team in the country. I'm not saying that that LSU would lose to them. I'm just saying that talent-wise, Ohio State has more talent than anybody in the country.
There's a lot of talent on those LSU and Alabama teams. I don't know. A lot of talent.
A lot of first-round talent on this Ohio State team. Right?
I mean, I'm sure there is, but there's a ton on Alabama's.
Yeah.
LSU's.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not so high on Alabama now that I think I'm still mad over that game. I'm just not giving them any credit.
I'm going to give them credit. I want them to be good with how we played with them. If they're bad, what does it mean that we played with them?
I want them to be good.
What does it mean that we played with them? We got beat by a bad team? That's not good.
I wouldn't say they're bad. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying they're not.
But why would you want a team that beat you to be bad? That's what I'm saying. You don't.
I mean, just like Florida, I want them to lose every game they play.
Right, but if they beat us, I'd prefer them to just go win every game so we don't look that bad.
I mean, it's already passed. We look bad against Florida, so it doesn't matter if they're that bad, then we look bad too. It doesn't matter. You can't get that much worse.
I don't know. It would totally defeat the purpose of us playing Alabama close if they weren't good.
I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying I'm not giving them any credit because I'm mad that the way that game happened.
I think they're better than Ohio State. That's my point.
Not with Mac Jones or not.
You play if you go to the college football play without Tua, you play his brother.
Yeah, I don't think if they don't have Tua, they're in trouble. I don't think
they're not playing Mac Jones if Tua is not back for the college football playoff. They're playing the little Tagovailoa.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I don't think they win with him either. I don't think they beat LSU without Tua.
With Mac Jones, they don't beat LSU.
No.
I don't know about with little Tagovailoa.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him to be able to speak on that yet. It does say something that they picked Mac Jones over him.
I think part of that was redshirt though.
But why would you redshirt him? You didn't redshirt Jalen Hurts. You didn't redshirt Tua. Jalen
Hurts, a little bit different situation.
But I mean, if you expect him to be that good, you expect him to be your program. Then what's 1 year? Because he's probably going to be gone his junior year anyway.
Well, do you burn a red shirt for? They obviously thought Mac Jones could keep the lead against us, and then they played Arkansas after.
But they started him against Arkansas.
Right, but you don't need to burn a red shirt for Arkansas. Like, why would you if you don't necessarily need to? The only reason I would have played the little Tagovailoa against Arkansas is if I'm like, that's why I kind of think Tua will play against LSU. Because if I don't think he's going to play against LSU, I'm going to get the new kid an actual game.
Well, how many games has he played in? Has he played in a couple? I don't know if his red shirt is still intact.
He's had stats.
Yeah.
I mean, we can look at it real quick.
I mean, he's played at least in 2 games, right?
I'm about to look. I don't know.
Because I mean, they've been ahead a lot, so I assume that he might have got a look on another one.
I can look. I don't know. I don't. If Mac Jones is better than that kid.
Yeah, that was weird to me that Mac Jones came in instead of Little Tagovailoa.
It had to be due to redshirt. Like I said, I don't think if they must trust Tua will be back for LSU or they would have played.
Yeah.
I think. Because who cares about his redshirt? At that point, you need to win games. There's no way he's played in 4 games. He only has 7 attempts or 9 attempts.
I can't wait to see. Is Ohio State Penn State next week?
I don't know.
I think that's going to be a good game.
That'll be a very good game.
Because I think the winner of the Big Ten, LSU, Alabama, and Clemson, I think that's your 4.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
LSU, Alabama, Clemson, the winner of the Big Ten. Ohio State, Penn State, whoever that is. I think it would be Ohio State.
Yeah, probably.
Which is going to be weird because both teams in the West, you're not going to get that. One team's not going to the SEC championship.
Yeah.
So they're just going to have 1 loss.
Right. So Tua's little brother only played in Talia, however you say his name. He's only played in 2 games. One of those was Arkansas, though.
Gotcha.
But he only threw 8 passes. Now, I'm surprised he didn't play against us. I'll be very surprised. If like I said, if Mac Jones is more talented than him, what the is going on?
Yeah.
I guess it could be another Jarrett Garantano situation. I don't know.
Is Arkansas becoming like us a couple years ago with their defense, where everybody who plays against them becomes a Heisman candidate? Because Mac Jones had 4 incompletions against them.
I mean, I'm still not ever putting Mac Jones in a Heisman situation.
I know, but he put up those stats where you're like, oh god, is he good? Because against us, this guy's trash.
His offensive line did not help him against us. I mean, we also had a fire lit under us. But
Yeah.
He's 18-22, 235, 3 TDs, 47 long. I wonder how many of those were slants. That's what I want to know. I thought Tua's had not had to throw any really difficult balls this year. Just had to throw slants, turn into TDs.
Yeah, it must be fun. Which, we're slinging it.
Yeah, we're throwing it better.
I like the deep balls. I mean, it's good that we're finally getting the ball in Callaway and Juwan Jennings' hands.
You got to get the ball in playmakers' hands.
Yep.
You can't. Which, I mean, Juwan, we ran a lot of good routes, a lot of good plays that got Juwan open, and then same for Callaway, too.
Juwan has 40-something catches already.
Really? Curious to see if he gets to 1,000 yards.
Callaway's leading the SEC in average yards per catch.
People are going to start keying in on him. I'm curious to see if Juwan can still get open. It helps to have Callaway out there, too. It's hard to key in on one guy when you have Callaway. But.
And it helps that Juwan's in the slot.
Yeah.
So you can play matchups with that.
Yep. NFL power rankings.
NFL power rankings. I mean, not a lot changed for me.
No, I've got... You had 49ers at 2 last week, didn't you?
Yep.
I'm moving them up to 2. So 1, New England, 2, 49ers.
Yep.
3, New Orleans.
Yep.
4, Green Bay.
Yep.
5, Baltimore.
I got 5 Seahawks.
I've got Baltimore. I've got Indianapolis, Buffalo, and Seattle on my outside. Not necessarily in that order, just on the outside.
Yeah. I got the Vikings at 6.
Okay. Interesting.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk.
You like that?
I'm curious to see what the Vikings... I don't know why I didn't write them down. I was looking at them. Curious to see what they do. Had a lot of drama early on.
Yeah, I think they kind of figured it out.
Yeah. When he fixes everything.
Yeah, I guess the receivers, Diggs and Thielen, were like, well,
yep,
Kirk's all we got, so might as well make the best of it.
Right.
It looks like they are.
We got some segments for you. We got our JumboTron. Before we jump into that, we're going to tell you guys about our friends at Manscaped.
Yeah, so everybody loves freedom. You know, America, land of the free.
Freedom.
Everybody loves their McNuggets to be free, right? You agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
But to feel the true freedom, you can't be self-conscious of a cut or a scratch on your nads. From using other trimmers and razors. Lucky for you, Manscaped is here to rescue you. Their electric trimmer, the Lawnmower 2.0, has safe skin technology that will keep you feeling safe and satisfied when you're trimming the hedges. They also have the Crop Preserver, which is DO for your boys BO.
Guys, use that stuff. It is a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Lifesaver.
Keep them fresh throughout the day. No more accidents. No more smelly testes. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code armchair at manscaped.com. Go try Manscaped today and let freedom ring.
Guys, check out Manscaped. I got my kit. I am a hairy man that is now bald. It's great.
Oh.
Love it. Cleaned
Bald.
up. I clean up nicely, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, you went clean shaved.
Yeah, I don't just trim my nut hair. I get it all off at one
time. Okay.
I'm not out here sculpting it like I do my beard. Yeah, I'm just getting it all out.
You're not leaving a landing strip?
No, I'm not big into landing strips.
No, not a big landing strip guy?
No. Don't have that.
That's good.
Go check out Manscaped, though. They're awesome. Excited to have them along. Make sure you use that code. 20% off, free shipping. That's awesome. That's a great deal. Fantastic deal.
20%. Great kit, too.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I'm very pleased with mine.
Yes.
Very pleased. JumboTron. Best Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
I don't know what direction you went in, like random or like ones you've seen people dressed up as, something you'd like to see. I don't know what direction you went in. I kind of went like personal, like ones I've seen.
Yeah, these are ones I've seen so far this year.
Oh, so far. Okay, so far this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Number 1.
This isn't this year for me. one of the best costumes I've ever seen, and it was because of this one thing I saw happen. So Brody dressed up as Jon Snow. Shout out to Brody. Thank you for your service. One year for Halloween. Mm-hmm. And we went to Cool Beans and ordered a beer. And someone chanted to the King of the North. So he started chugging his beer. And for the entire chug, the entire bar, to the King of the North! To the King of the North! And
that's awesome.
Awesome. I was like, that's why we're here. That's why we're alive on this earth right here for moments like that. It was
King of the North.
Fantastic.
I feel like Juwan Jennings should be King of the North. King of the South.
King of the South. For sure now. Yeah.
Mine is, I want a little throwback. A girl that I work with had a Reptar suit.
Did you like sit in it all day?
I wouldn't say all day. She was in it for a good while. It was one of those like blow up, like, you know, the T-Rex ones that everybody like fights in and stuff. Yeah. It was like that, but it was Reptar. Pretty cool.
I like that one. My next one is did you see the Chris Farley guy? Dressed up like oh my gosh, what is his name now? From
Tommy Boy?
No, it's not Tommy Boy. It's the SNL skit. In a van down by the river.
Oh,
good night. What is his name?
Van.
I believe there was a little kid dressed up as Chris Farley though too. I think so. What is his name? I can't remember. Matt Foley, that's his name.
Okay,
Matt Foley, down by the river. Yeah, it was a good one. He sounded and had the movements down. The guy, and he looked like Chris Farley.
Yeah, he did look like Chris Farley. My next one is Forky. My wife dressed up as Forky. I thought it was a great costume.
Forky?
Huh?
Who's Forky?
My wife.
Who is Forky? Like, what is Forky?
Forky is off the new Toy Story.
Oh, okay. I guess I haven't seen it.
Are you kidding me?
How does everyone say it sucks, though, and you expect me to see it?
I didn't think it sucked.
I feel like I've heard that a lot.
No.
They're like, it ruined. Like, everyone's like, it ruined the old Toy Story. I guess not sucked, but, you know.
Whoever said that is a plebe and an idiot.
Is a what?
Whoever said that is a plebe and an idiot.
A plebe?
A plebe, yeah.
Do you know what a plebe is?
Yeah. It's like a peasant.
Is it?
Yeah.
No. I don't know what it means.
I'm pretty sure. It's like
I believe you.
It's like a low rank in the military, I think, too. I think that's what they call each other, is plebes.
I don't know. My next one is Green Bay Packers tight end Jimmy Graham and assistant athletic trainer Nate Ware. I don't know how you say it. Dressed up as Aaron Judge and
Jose Altuve.
Yeah, Altuve.
Yeah.
They both look like him. The size, obviously, is a great match.
That was great.
Yeah, that was a good costume.
My next one, I saw a chocolate lab dressed as a s'more. So he played the chocolate, obviously. And had the graham crackers and I guess some cotton to be the marshmallow. But yeah, it was a great costume. I love dog stews.
Yeah. There was one dressed as a lion I saw on Dog Spotting's Facebook page today. It was fantastic. Someone was like, I was at my daughter's Halloween performance and a lion showed up. And it's a dog with a mane. It was awesome. I love those kind. I love the simple
ones. I love that page. That's a good
simple
page.
Ones, it's my favorite. Every time I post it on it, people, I don't know. It's whatever. People drive me nuts on there. I try to post cute dogs. That's all I'm trying to do is post cute dogs. That's it. Stupidity is an epidemic.
Stupidity is an epidemic.
Me for posting dogs that I think are cute and apparently aren't. I don't know.
That's fake news. That's not stupidity at all. Dogs are cute no matter if they're ugly or not. I've never seen an ugly dog that I'm just like, no, I wouldn't pet it. I would always pet a dog.
Challenge accepted. I'm gonna find a dog you won't pet.
Bet.
I can do it.
I bet you won't find one Raven won't pet.
I can find it. We'll freaking fly to Bolivia and see if we can find a dog she won't pet.
Oh, she would pet it. She'd try to take it home. That's a big no for me.
It's gonna be like an already ugly dog that's also ugly because it's the streets. Like, it's not gonna be like, the cute dogs you see wandering around, like, dang, I'd love to take that dog home with me. For every one you see of those online, there's like 5 ugly, nasty dogs that you
Oh, yeah.
Like, look like rats. Like big rats.
Oh, God.
I love dogs, but yeah, that's where I draw the line.
Stupidity is an epidemic.
Stupidity.
I'll go first. I only have one. And it's
thought I had some.
Fox 26, Houston.com. They had a heading. They're covering the World Series, and the heading said Astros must win Game 7 to win World Series.
It's absolutely correct. Good job. I saw that. Absolutely correct. I don't know what's stupid about that. That's spot on.
Big duh.
That's big J journalism right there.
Yeah, that's. Ugh.
Thought I heard some.
That's all I got.
Thought I had some. I guess not.
What about the World Series though? What about like no?
I really thought the Astros were going to win.
Oh yeah, they had the pitching, crazy. They had the talent. Couldn't do it. No home team won.
Oh wow!
The game.
I didn't realize that stat.
Yep.
Huh.
So imagine like buying tickets for your home.
Yeah, that would
your team going to that stadium and you lose every single game.
Yeah, that'd be a buzzkill. They need to work it to where the Game 7 is on like a Saturday or like a Friday. That is absolutely absurd. That a game that you know if it gets to that point is going to decide it is played on a Wednesday night.
Well, the Game 7s of NBA is like that too.
Yeah, at least that's in like the summer. So like
college football is like that. It's on like
on
a
Monday.
It's
on a Monday. It's stupid. Dumb. And then NFL is on a Sunday, which I mean, at least they play on Sundays all the time, so it makes sense. But yeah, I don't understand. Like, how many casual baseball fans are gonna stay up and watch?
Yeah, if you don't have a team in it, you're not gonna stay up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so what do you?
I didn't stay up.
I didn't stay up, and I watched most of Game 6. I thought the Astros were gonna win.
Didn't stay up.
Didn't stay up for Game 7 either. I watched a little bit of Game 7. So it is what it is. Guys, thank you all so much for listening. We appreciate it. We love it. Glad you all are here. Happy Halloween. Tag me in your pictures of your costumes. I want to see them.
Stooms. Especially your dogs.
Yeah, just send it. Actually, don't send me a picture of you dressed up. Send me a picture of your dog dressed up. That's all I want to see. True story. Thank you all for listening. Check us out. iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube. We're everywhere. We're there. I promise. Check us out. Check out our writers. Got a bunch of good articles out. Malik just put one out on Uros today. # free Euros. Uros. Check those out. Got plenty of articles. Have some more towards the end of this week. Talking about UAB and football as well. So make sure you check those out.
Go Vols. Beat UAB. It's homecoming.
It's homecoming. Come home.
Come home. Yeah. Absolutely. Come home. Stay home. And go Vols, and we're bringing the boat in, and we out. She doesn't even go here.
Up in horsey heaven, here's the thing. You trade your legs for angels' wings. And once we've all said goodbye, you take a running leap and you learn to fly. Bye-bye, little Sebastian. Miss you in the saddest fashion. Bye-bye, little Sebastian. You're 5,000